Hey guys, welcome to the Rebellious Noise Pro Wrestling channel. I am back once again. We are doing a bit more Talking Means reactions. We are reacting to our reactions, that's interesting, isn't it? Of 5 years back, WrestleMania 32, seeing what we thought back then, seeing how landscapes changed in WWE since then, and how our opinions might have changed on WWE and some of the things we saw in WWE back then. So, Tom, are you excited? It was good doing the NXT one. Are you looking forward to WrestleMania? This one we're doing, not this year's one, this one we're doing.
Yeah, apart from the last hour.
Yeah, so basically, if you didn't listen to the last episode, we dropped a little hint that apparently back then, 5 years ago, we didn't quite like the last hour of Mania. So it's going to be interesting seeing how much we rant or rave about this this ending that Mania gave us. So with that being said, let's get going. Subscribe if you're new. Check out more Talking Beans, and the full episode of this podcast will be in the description below. But we're going to react to some of the big topics from that podcast anyway. So let's go, Tom. First match seems to be Ryback versus Kalisto.
Flipping heck. That was on WrestleMania.
Ryback.
That's because you're a big Ryback fan.
A big guy.
Ryback rules.
Ryback doesn't rule.
Not in this life, he doesn't. I like the big guy.
I was about to say I don't like Ryback.
I like little guy as well.
But you just said there, though, I like the big guy.
I like the big guy.
I like the big guy. I like the little guy as well, Kalisto.
Yeah.
He's good. He's Rey Mysterio Jr., isn't he? Junior.
We've actually got one of those.
That's not me saying, oh, they're the same guy because they wrestle the same. They're not. What I'm saying about that,
they're both Mexican.
Hey, come on, man. What I'm saying is, WWE clearly think they're the same guy because they just want to sell masks.
Not anymore.
They just failed with the Sin Cara experiment as well.
The mask.
Yeah, a big part of WrestleMania is the food, Tom. We always go in for a feast at WrestleMania, don't we? So when we watch it together, we can't really do that anymore. But let's get into that.
We were eating food when that was on, I think.
Yeah, we had a massive feast, man.
It's good.
All of that pizza,
good.
Chicken burger, chips. Oh man.
Mania. There's nothing like Mania.
Yeah, we do. We go big.
Go hard all day and night.
We don't just get
high.
We stay high.
Yeah, it was good food and a good match, I think.
Right, so yeah, we weren't massive on that opener, but at the same time, we had a good time.
We were massive on the food.
Tell us in the comments below, what are your WrestleMania traditions? You know, do you have big feasts like we do?
That's got me excited for this year's Mania and to get food, which I haven't done yet since being in this house. I don't think.
What do you mean? You ain't even eaten in that house? What?
I've not eaten in nearly a year and a half. But like, I haven't watched an event live and had like takeaway with it.
Have you not?
No.
Are you going to do it this year, though? Yeah.
I might do.
Oh, brilliant!
Treat myself.
Well, let us know how it goes, mate. I'll probably still be doing the pre-show on the Rebellious Noise Pro Wrestling channel.
Probably will.
Send in a message, mate.
Is it a phone-in show? Can I call in like radio?
You can do if you want. Show me what you're eating. That'd be in the build-up to Mania. Brilliant. All right, let's move back into WrestleMania 32.
Team Bad and Blonde, which is the stupidest thing.
Why? They're Team Bad were there. Team Bad were there, and there was some blonde people.
Well, Team Bad there though, because isn't Bad
Naomi and Tamina
and Sasha.
She left. Keep up with Raw. Keep up with the product, mate.
She hadn't been there long.
I'm like Jerry Lawler on SmackDown. Although he's got to watch it now.
He's got to. He's there now. Next to Balboro going. But God, that was a clothesline, and it was amazing.
Yeah, 10 Diva tag match, 10 women tag match. Politically incorrect.
What I will say about that match, I don't want to be labelled anything.
Yeah.
Lana's gear. More of that.
I don't want to be labelled, so I'm not going to comment.
It's not what you did on the night, though, is it, mate? So.
Hey, you need to calm down.
Good.
I'm married now.
Rowdy. Get rowdy up there.
Okay, quick.
Yeah, things have changed there, Tom.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued what she was wearing.
I'm sure you'll go do some research after this. All right,
Nah, mate.
Moving into some more women. We got the Bellas.
Please for Brie. And she won it the right way.
Yeah.
To go out with
she did.
The yes lock.
So she's done.
She gone.
Yeah, she done.
She gone. Still remain an ambassador, apparently.
What happens when Nikki Bella comes back?
Just
She can't twin magic anymore.
It'd be wicked if she did somehow, and we'd be all like, how'd she do that?
Yeah. To be fair, it hasn't had the same effect for about 2 years anyway, has it? Ever since the inflation.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so,
I mean, I could always tell them apart.
Nick's just on her own. Well. I mean, if you watch Total Divas like I do, then...
I did at first, remember I said it's better than Raw. But
I was saying it was better than Raw.
I remember that ridiculous statement.
What are you talking about? You're telling me it's not better than Raw?
What's it better than this week's Raw?
Mate, Raw's 3 hours long, I say 3 weeks long.
Sometimes it feels
Raw can be really good.
Yeah, so can Total Divas.
But so can Scott Stanford telling me it all in half an hour.
Especially when Dean Ambrose is on Total Divas, just being Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I'm yet to see that stuff, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, well, anyway, there's constantly arguments between Nikki and Brie going, like, we're meant to be twins. How can I do this on my own?
We're meant to be twins.
And then, we're meant to be twins. And then it always ends with Nikki going, do you know what? I can do this on my own. And,
Really?
Yeah. I miss her. I hope she comes back.
She's got the backing of John Cena, so...
She's got the what?
The backing
That's changed.
of John Cena.
Oh, the back. Yeah, like the support.
Yeah, that's the What do you think about it?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Put the back in!
Put your back into it. Yeah. I don't really know what you said. Yeah. Well, Brie won. Great.
Well, yeah, she hasn't come back, has she? I don't think she's had any sort of match, has she?
Nikki came back because she
did, yeah.
battled Ronda, didn't she? And there's rumours the Bellas might come back this year.
At time of recording, we don't know. So if they are, that would be fantastic. I mean, 5 years on. I mean, we usually like them to stay retired when wrestlers retire, but
I do miss them though.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, like people tend to forget how good their later reigns were. Like their later kind of period of their career is what I'm trying to say.
I prefer Brie outside the ring, but I prefer Nikki inside the ring.
She was great, man.
Nikki was really good at the end. And now they've both got kids. Brie's got 2. And Nikki's not with Cena.
Put some worth on those women's tag titles, I say.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
We'll see. All right. Now, a little side point seems to be going on here. We'll get to it. You'll see.
The sooner that Velvet Sky gets brought in to be with the Dudleys, the better. Why? She's a free agent.
Is she?
Yeah. Then you'll start watching Raw, won't you?
Let the pigeons fly.
What did Velvet Sky say when she met you?
She said she liked my hair.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I should be saying.
Did you just include this kid because of that?
Yeah, my hair was pretty dope at the time.
Any chance to tell that story again?
Would you like Emma's?
No, it was
Emma,
it was like Velvet Skies. It wasn't.
Emma.
Black and red, I think it was. But it meant a lot because I always liked Velvet Sky's hair. So
yeah, no, that's my favourite part of her hair.
As a lady, is it?
Yeah.
As a lady who I always thought had very nice hair, it was nice for her to say I had nice hair.
Did you say so?
You're an idiot, man.
There you go.
I feel we were more pervy 5 years ago.
I thought you were. I feel like you just hide it better now, mate. Right. Okay. Next clip.
Show Fifth Harmony fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was all pre-show, by the way.
This is the spectacle.
I think this is the first time we did the whole show starts fireworks, and we did that every single pod since.
God, we ain't even on the Mania yet. Already it's long, isn't it?
Well, Mania. This one we get angry at the end at how long this Mania is. So yeah.
The
grandest stage of them all, wasn't it?
Yeah, all right.
That's a Mania.
What was the intro like? I don't remember the intro.
I don't think we're finished.
It wasn't as good as last year's one. LL.
Oh,
that was good, didn't it? Well,
I wish we podded on
last
that.
year's Mania was really good.
But last year's Mania was the best Mania of all time. Facts.
One of.
Stand by that.
17.
So
17.
you need to get over 17.
I'm not going to get over it.
Oh, that was the end of that clip. Basically ended on saying I'm never going to get over 17, and I haven't. Now we're going to talk about a bit about Zack Ryder and a bit about Neville. Two guys, again, nowhere near the WWE anymore.
I had money on Stardust to win this because he was 60-1.
Stardust runs a wrestling company now.
I thought KO was retaining.
Don't
think anyone saw Ryder winning.
I just
was a good moment.
The worst odds.
He lost it the next time.
Yeah, he did.
But what I did see, and I said it on the night, facts, was I look forward to him losing it tomorrow night on Raw.
Yeah.
To a different person, granted. But
do you think Miz should have won it?
Nah, give Ryder his moment.
Because it feels the same old, doesn't it?
What is funny, if you're a wanker like me, is the fact that when you do watch this week's Raw, there's different people fighting to be number one contender for the Intercontinental title, and Ryder hasn't even come out and gone, sort of due a rematch.
Wait, so he's just out of it already?
Yeah.
Ironically, now the Miz, same thing's happened to him.
Oh, kidding.
He's gone.
He's getting released.
Cesaro's the new number one contender for the Intercontinental title. So
eventually.
you ain't having Ryder go above Cesaro, are you?
He's probably going to win.
Cheers for turning up.
Yeah.
Ryder.
Oh, what a shame. It's a great moment, though.
Would he have been there if Neville was healthy, though?
So that's what happened.
Imagine Neville in that match.
I would rather Ryder's moment. Neville in a match would have been great.
I still say
but I'd rather see Ryder's moment.
It was a great moment, Tom.
I'm just close to walking on.
Just filling it in.
Neville up a ladder, man. Up on the chain. Jumping off the ladder. Up on the chain is all mine.
I think you're a bit Indian there, man.
Right, yeah.
Well, and now Neville is Pac. I'm Pac Melman.
And the impression continues.
Or maybe I'll go out with Sting and play some bass.
Like some what?
Play some bass.
What?
Bass, like what? Bass, man, like what Sting play. Georgie, like man.
Oh, that Sting. Oh, flipping it. You confused me, like.
Not woo, Sting.
Oh, he's in AEW. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, man.
All right, moving on. Here's a man who isn't in AEW, but had recently been in WWE. AJ Styles fought 5 years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
They don't want them.
I think we can all agree. Amazing to see AJ on that stage.
Yeah, really good.
So.
He looked
against Jericho.
Yeah,
he deserves to be there. Yeah. The man is amazing.
One thing I will say is
beautiful
that
hair.
For many a year, I thought the A on his hand looked funny, and on his in his tights. Turns out it's P. Was it P1?
P1 for the phenomenal one.
It was AJ for years.
Says that you can't read simple letters.
I kept thinking, why does that A look like a P?
To which I said, that's a P1, mate.
It's a P, yeah. Because the 1 looks like a J. Like
it looks like a 1.
I don't like you.
Right, so apart from me not realising that it said P1, not AJ, AJ since then, I think he's had a really good WWE career. Now this year, randomly going for the tag titles.
That is random.
I don't know about that. But
he's been booked strongly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, but great career
Still,
so far.
One person they haven't ruined.
Good point. Yeah. If you listen to our NXT version of this little bit of fun we're doing here, we were talking about how, Nakamura, Samoa Joe, we were optimistic about them, and now we're looking back at how things have changed.
AJ's always been near the top since he come in.
Yeah.
Deservedly so, but
exactly.
you'd think they would have messed him up at least once. But
Okay, so more about Chris Jericho. He's in a different world now as well.
Should have won.
They should have him.
Because I saw Jericho saying, you'll, something along the lines of, like, you'll see why, sort of thing.
Typical Jericho.
AJ, the next night, becomes number 1 contender.
So why does that mean he can't win match night before as well?
Because now Jericho looks strong and interfered with Dean Ambrose. That's right.
Oh, yeah, because Jericho needs to look strong.
The man needs a win. He hasn't won anything in bloody years.
Whoa. Sorry, Chris.
It doesn't matter about wins or losses. But, clearly,
it does.
He did a win.
It does now in AEW.
In hindsight. He got his win. He looks strong.
Should have won.
He's not going to win the Ambrose feud.
Do you think that's why? And then he's going to go?
It seems to be sticking around for a while. And while he's being a heel, Jericho, stick around as long as you want, Chris.
Okay. All right. I give him that.
Thanks.
Right, so I think, ironically, I'm just trying to double check. He did lose the Ambrose feud eventually, and he didn't go because then came the list of Jericho.
Okay.
So this is before all that, so he was about to have a very big run.
He stuck around for quite a while then.
Yeah.
And then he went all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was going to be off after this, not long after this. So, yeah, quite interesting, really.
Okay.
But I didn't think he'd go where he'd go, Japan, and then now, obviously, the back then non-existent AEW. So,
well, the man would never work for another US wrestling company that wasn't Vince McMahon, but things change.
Things do change, yeah. Things have changed for a few of these guys as well.
All right, next match is the League of could have been such a good gimmick ruined. Nations. Come on, man.
I like them, the lads.
The lads. Well, that's no longer because Barrett has gone. I don't know. They could have been better, I think.
New Day.
Del Rio's great. Rusev is great. Sheamus is great. Barrett's great.
Stick them all together.
Stick them together.
Great. League of Nations, isn't it?
Did you even remember this?
Last year, Rusev had a tank.
And this year he kicked his way for some Bootio cereal. Without Lana by his side. You've lost, Rusev.
Oh, yeah, why is Lana not coming out with him?
Everyone knows she's with him, but she ain't coming out. She ain't part of the league, is she? She ain't a lad.
She ain't a lad. Man, I'd love to see, footage of them four hanging out, and then, Lana trying to come in, and Barrett just be like, no, I told you.
There's no bloody room for a
girls.
woman. No chicks allowed. Get out. I've got some bad news.
Oh.
Do you think if he has left, we could get him on this?
Yeah.
Worth a try.
Can't now, he's back.
Was he going to go back to his indie name, or was it Stu?
He might just have a holiday.
He did both, really.
In America. Oh. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so Barrett, obviously. Well, what's happened to a lot of those guys?
Well, Del Rio's a bed.
Rio! I forgot about him. A lot of things changed with Del Rio. Yeah.
Sheamus, still quality and underrated.
Yeah, after this had the bar with Cesaro.
Okay, which was good. Rusev, AEW. And Wade in NXT. Doing a very good job, I might say.
He is indeed. Okay, now, we mentioned it a little bit there. Bootios.
I mean, amazing to see New Day come out.
That was great. The Bootios were great.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Do you think they should make Bootios real cereal?
They have, haven't they?
No.
You can buy that.
No, you can't buy that.
We could.
I saw people on Instagram with boxes, but I think they were just boxes.
They must do. I reckon in America you can buy some Bootios.
Do you think it's that big already? You think they're selling it in Walmart?
But you can now.
Yeah, but you couldn't then.
Again, I was telling the future.
I guess so. Yeah, New Day. They're kind of still together. 2 years ago, Kofi Kingston became the champ, and that was amazing. At the moment, though, tag champs, at the time of recording, going into Mania, not that fussed about him anymore.
It's difficult. So I love Big E on his own, sort of on his own. I'll always love the New Day. I'm glad they didn't split. I'm glad they weren't like everyone else.
Me too. I like that they've done it different, but at the same time, very stagnant.
Yeah, maybe they don't need the titles yet, but maybe it has been a while since they've had the titles. I can't really remember.
Well, they traded them with Street Profits not long ago. Remember when they switched shows? Yeah, we'll have them ones. You have these ones.
Yeah, but I just always have a soft spot for them.
Yeah, I'll always like them. Don't get me wrong. Okay, moving in to another clip.
The HBK comes out looking in the best shape of the man's life.
Yeah.
Clearly ready for another night.
I was telling someone about it today because they watched Mania and they skipped past
this. Was cool.
Didn't even know what happened.
Why?
Because they didn't want to see the League of Nations. So they skipped. And I said, you should have seen the body on a Heartbreak Kid.
Because he was looking like the sexy boy.
He is, man. He's back. He's gone from being the fuzzy hunter.
He looked like he had more hair as well.
He did, yeah. He did.
Not now.
Because it was tied up really strategically.
Foley lost 50 pounds thanks to Bang Yoga.
Yeah, thanks to Bang.
Looking good.
Austin.
Just looks like Austin.
He got such a big pop.
Yeah, it was.
Biggest one.
Yeah, it was hometown, isn't it? Although, same for HBK.
Well, yeah, and obviously Foley's from New York, but he wrestled a lot in the Sportatorium, so I think the whole point was to be like three guys.
Three guys from Texas, sort of.
Texas.
It was good. It was amazing.
Yeah.
To see, and Xavier's reaction to the stunner was.
Yeah, it was great.
Was up there with the Rocks.
Scott Hall.
It was very Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Since then, disappointingly, HBK had an actual match. I guess we'll move on from that.
Let's do.
Oh, remember earlier, Tom, when you were saying you were more of a pervert 5 years ago?
What about Foley's show on the network? You gonna watch it?
Yeah, it's his daughter's in it.
Yeah, I know you'd say that. I was just basically setting you up to be a pervert.
I was thinking you've set me up there.
Family got all his books, so thanks. So not just a pervert.
What if it's just about him talking about Santa conventions?
I would watch that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd stand by that.
Doesn't.
It's an alright show.
have to be.
I didn't watch
It's
it.
Yeah.
Now we get into a bit more, I think, nostalgic sort of stuff because Lita pops up.
Charlotte. Woo!
What? Oh, right. Okay. Now we're about to talk about the best
I know,
match of
first,
the night.
Lita comes out.
Later.
That's the theme song.
Still looking.
That was so good, we might get a copyright strike.
Lovely.
Ozuma.
Over to Ma.
Sorry, that was my.
Still like that.
I don't know what impression that was.
That's my Matt Hardy impression. Well, specific Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy out of his face eating chips in a diner in the middle of the night talking about CM Punk impression.
But I don't want to talk about Hardy too much because when we met him in New York, name drop, Matt Hardy.
Oh, we did meet him, yeah.
Bloody nice bloke.
Yeah, he was. He was nice. Yeah, do you remember when we walked away saying, "Oh, what a nice guy"? I feel bad about laughing about him because of all those grapes videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Glad
him.
they're
Good
all done.
Hardy, good
Yeah.
bloke. He did a lot for his fans. Fair play to him.
Why don't you do a Jeff Hardy impression?
My creatures!
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Do you remember the other one? Alright, I'll set it up for you. What kind of match do you want to have?
Ladder!
And Teddy Long's like, no! Tag team!
Your tag team partner is the Undertaker!
We love the impression.
Player!
It's almost like they're all here.
It is. Yeah, so since then, Team Extreme, they come back not long, a few manias after this, didn't they? And was it before this? No, it would have been after this.
No, it was after.
Yeah, and Matt Hardy has completely revolutionised his character and his career. We were referring back then to where Matt was having some strange times uploading videos of him in his own ring eating grapes. And the old classic, remember the clip? I was talking about the diner clip there, but one other thing I didn't mention was probably my favourite part from that was Jeff Hardy going, CM Punk, I think you're a nerd. So yeah, but things have changed.
They've both come an awful long way. Good for them.
They have. Okay, moving into the actual match we were talking about.
She's great. She is.
She's giving it all that.
Yeah, I don't like the over-the-top headbanging though. I like, especially when she did it in NXT.
I like it.
Calm down, girl.
I like it all. Don't calm
Brain
down.
freeze.
Okay, I was saying Becky Lynch was going to get brain freeze.
Anyway, what a difference a year makes with the Divas division, the women's division even. They've outlawed the word diva. They've got a beautiful title. It's no longer a purple butterfly that looks like rubbish. Do you remember the animation was actually the butterfly flying onto the belt?
Ugh.
What a load of rubbish. Speaking of old animations though, do you remember the hardcore title one? That was great. It was just
No, I don't.
It said championship and then the words hardcore just splattered on top of it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, women's title.
Best match of the night.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah.
How's this happened? I mean, I agree, but how's that happened?
It's a testament to everyone involved.
It is. It's been amazing.
To see them come from, their journey for NXT.
Yeah, that's why it felt so great.
We were
to
there
me,
for it.
Yeah. Well, we weren't there, We watched
in
it.
spirit.
Do you think they know about us?
I hope Becky does.
Maybe we'll tweet her.
I will.
That was horny back in the day.
You back off.
Oh, all right.
And protective. So yeah, we this is why I wanted to do this, because the women's division had just started to become revolutionized. The women's evolution had just begun.
So what was that match? Becky v.
That was the women's title, yeah. The women's title, the first women's title match since the modern version of the women's championships.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's 5 years.
I know, we're going to get into more of it, but a big point that we should probably mention.
The moonsault by Charlotte to the outside. Amazing.
Same moonsault again.
You know what's weird about you saying that is I was going to laugh at the way you say Charlotte, and I thought, no, I'm going to leave it off air.
Here we
you're
go.
laughing about the way I say moonsault. What did I
You
say?
said it all right then. Moonsault.
Moonsault. Moonsault.
Yeah, you said moonsault. I mean.
Yeah, because I'm English.
It's
moonsault.
It's the moon.
Moonsault.
It's moonsault. She's doing a moonsault.
Moonsault.
Top.
Alright, say Charlotte.
Charlotte.
No, say it again.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Sorry, mate. I'm posh. Yeah.
Charlotte. Yeah, you're posh. Yeah, alright. Zone 6 ain't posh, man.
Don't be insulting the district line.
So yeah, that's where the birth of the whole "you don't know how to say Charlotte's name properly" come from.
Well, I feel like I've been mugged off all these years because I forgot how rubbish your pronunciation of moonsault is.
I still say moonsault. You know what? And I only was it a couple of months ago? I think when I was texting Dan, I said Hurricane Runner, and he said, "What do you mean Hurricane Rana?" And I was like, "What?" And I realised my whole life I've called it Hurricane Runner, not Hurricane Rana.
You're an idiot.
Like as in R-U-N-N-E-R, like you're running. I've always called
Yeah, I got it.
All right, mate. All right, a little bit more of the women's title match.
Women's title. Anyway,
Best match of the night.
it weren't a match where I went to go to the toilet,
No.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Progress.
There were 2 women's matches on this
There
card.
were.
That's amazing. When you watch back Total Divas, episode 1, I think it is, and the women's match gets cut.
That's true. We've come a long way.
Imagine that.
I'm proud of everyone.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even like, pity or sympathy or, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But yeah, it's like legit. They've earned it. Legit boss. They've earned it. you know?
Did you think Charlotte?
Who?
Charlotte. Shah.
Oh wait. You know what?
Go call me out.
Because you made me sound like an idiot.
I didn't make you sound like that.
When did you realise why Charlotte was called Charlotte, mate?
Just this week.
And why was that?
But why did I? Because I heard her say it
On the podcast?
Yeah, didn't realise why she's called. I thought they just picked the name Charlotte.
You're right, idiot. If anyone is listening to this and don't realise, then I'm sorry, but I've just called you an idiot as well.
I hope people realise by now. But you still didn't know she was called Charlotte because of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
How did you not know that?
I forgot about that since then. I just thought she was called Charlotte.
But yeah, what a great story. Obviously, things have changed quite a lot since then as well. We've had a lot of firsts. We've had Money in the Banks. We've had a WrestleMania main event. We've had Hell in a Cell matches. It's been great for the women. And this was the start.
Becky's a mum now with Seth.
Becky's a mum with Seth, yeah. A lot of things have changed.
And Charlotte is like 25
Still
times
in the
young.
title picture. Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Well, yeah, I mean, talent's there, yeah. But, yeah. Interesting. Right, so that's pretty much it for women's talk. But again, very, very pleased how the women's division has continued to grow. We've not just got that one beautiful title. We've got 2 beautiful titles now. We've got a blue one as well. And sometimes they don't get as booked as strongly as we'd like. And the same goes for the women's tag title. But the fact is, we've got women's tag, NXT tag, women's NXT, Raw and SmackDown women's titles. And, mate, it's been quite a journey in the past 5 years.
What more could you want?
Nothing. A mid-card women's title, maybe? Hey, guys, so you might notice things look a little bit different around here. So basically, because the show is so long, there's certain matches we forgot to talk about. Don't worry, we're going to get back to the rest of the show in a minute, but we forgot to talk about Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. So...
well.
Now, this is a bit of a side note, Tom, because until I was doing this and going back through the old podcast to remember what we actually spoke about, completely forgot they faced each other at WrestleMania. What about you? Do you remember this?
Remember afterwards, Ambrose not being happy.
I don't think we were either, mate. Let's get into the clip.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, you didn't actually watch the pay-per-view back, did you? I was going to say, was it actually a bad match?
I'm just going off of what we said.
Let's see what we said.
Let's see.
Next match was Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Dean Ambrose.
Dean the man.
Again, not as good as I hoped it would be. It was good.
I think we were all
liked
just
F5 on chairs. That was great.
I think we were all just expecting Ambrose to nearly die, and he didn't. I'm not saying I wanted to see a man die
Yeah, I
or
didn't
nearly
want to see him
die. We'll leave that to Shane McMahon. But Yeah, it was alright. I was expecting maybe some more violence.
Yeah, I think the reason
Lesnar
why
came, did what he does.
Yeah, he came, saw, conquered, and
That's it. What more do you need? Till the next time. Thanks very much, Brock. Dean ain't going to lose no momentum. He's Dean, isn't it?
I think Dean should have won, though.
Yeah, but then Lesnar, make him. He's got to look strong for whatever's next, doesn't he?
What is next?
Who knows?
Oh.
Probably Roman Reigns.
He ain't been seen.
Yeah, of course he ain't. Don't get paid.
So he didn't show up until like SummerSlam.
You're picking a fight with Brock Lesnar. Call him out. Call him out now.
Yeah, he's going to be, come here, you weasel! The spot on the chairs was great. The F5 on the chairs, that was really good.
I've said it twice, so clearly not.
You must have loved that clip.
I know we're PG, but
making out of the barbed wire, that was quite funny.
Yeah,
that's probably going to be a T-shirt, I think. But yeah, that was good.
It wasn't.
To be honest, I ain't got many more comments about that match.
Yeah,
next.
It's a shame.
I'll be honest, we don't sound enthralled by it, mate.
We don't. Yeah, and I think that's exactly well, it makes sense because, yeah, looking back, I really don't remember much about it. Like, other than me reminding myself there, some of the spots. It seems like we thought we were getting Jon Moxley. Obviously, just a WWE version of that, at least. But we've actually got that now, you know, exploding barbed wire death matches. We've got Moxley in AEW.
We have, and he has done a lot more violent stuff, but still failed to get blown up. So not as violent.
The rest of the world have got to forget about this at some point. All right, I feel like every bloody conversation is referencing that still. Yeah, when's it just going to fizzle out? Oh.
Yeah, clearly though, he has fulfilled.
He was unfulfilled at the time.
Yeah,
same word, Nick. I think we're on the same page, mate.
He's on his way to fulfilling his wishes of bleeding more.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we've said over the years that the hardcore stuff, my craving's not there like it was in 2001, but I still want to see some, and I think they missed a trick on this match looking back. But that's that. Lesnar, your argument was they got to keep Lesnar looking strong for whatever he does next. What he did next is that, remember at SummerSlam when he destroyed Orton and they stopped the match because he bled everywhere, ironically, after what we were just talking about.
Is that when Jericho tried being the tough guy afterwards in the locker room?
Oh, yeah, I think it might have been, yeah. And then after that, he lost to Goldberg in like what, a minute or two. So yeah, this match was to make sure he was kept strong for those two things. He couldn't have done that without this match, of course. Right. Yeah. Any other Brock comments before we move on? I mean, I seriously forgot all about this match, which is weird. I feel like I always remember Brock matches.
I mean, I knew it happened somewhere.
I literally didn't remember it.
I told you it was this Mania.
Okay, moving on. We also didn't mention the pre-show. We kind of did earlier because we touched on the Velvet Sky, Bubba Ray Dudley connection. But we didn't mention the fact that the Usos faced the Dudleys on the kickoff show as well. Wasn't much of a clip to play to you, but basically I was annoyed that it didn't get a build. And as I said at the time before we started recording, he was like, wait, that was on the kickoff show? Exactly that. Two teams that would have been perfect. Current generation and previous generation facing off against each other. Should have been on a main spot on Mania, but it weren't.
So now what's interesting is when we would have done that podcast, I would have found a way to defend this company. But
you do it a lot in this pod.
But now we're years on. As you're saying that, I'm just thinking, this company, man.
Yeah, they could have done that, couldn't they?
So stupid.
Well, anyway, let's get on to something else a little bit stupid, and that was a storyline between The Undertaker and Shane McMahon.
The Undertaker. The streak was on the line. Oh, no, wait, it weren't. The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. Yeah. Shane McMahon jumps off the Hell in a Cell.
We're skipping right to that bit,
I knew that was going to happen. It was obvious.
We knew Shane was going to do something crazy, and he didn't let us down because the man almost died.
Yeah, which was great. Good point having these kids come out. Good or bad?
It's feel for him, doesn't it?
Kids are very confident, aren't they? I guess.
McMahon's, aren't they?
McMahon's, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't cut a promo.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and then Blade.
Speaking in that McMahon tone.
Yeah. Taker was alright. His hair's getting a bit better, isn't it?
You're big obsessive about his hair.
I was just thinking that.
Fine,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not as bad as that wig he wore that year.
you need to go over that as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're so defensive. Get over the street, get over the wig.
What I
Never,
will say
mate.
is, now
Never
that
get
match
over
is
those
over,
things.
sort of need an explanation, please, why Shane is still running Raw 2 weeks on.
Is he winning Raw this week as well?
Yeah, because of the due to like outpour of support on social media.
Oh, come off
Don't
it.
give me that as an excuse.
Come off it, man.
I can let the Vince.
Imagine if you.
I want to see what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
Fly as an excuse.
Yeah, you can...
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But don't give me social media as a reason.
Social media. If that was true, Roman Reigns would be champion.
That
Yeah. One little extra clip after this, but thoughts in a moment.
This company. I forgot about that. Why? The whole point was he wouldn't be in charge, wouldn't it? If he
and
not.
it was. They tried to make it feel like high stakes, but like it kind of didn't feel that way anyway. And then when they didn't deliver on that promise, yeah.
What was Taker going to lose if he lost?
Credibility? I don't know. I can't remember. I really don't know. Because it was also like, why? Remember, they were kind of like, oh, but it's Vince's creation. Almost like he's being a heel. Like he's sticking up, like he's just a robot. I do good for Vince. You know what I mean? Like, what? Why? So, yeah, there are so many questions. We could do a whole mini-series on this feud, I reckon. But let's try and stay away from that.
I forgot that Shane's kids were.
Yeah, which is funny because they ain't been involved since, right? And obviously this is 5 years ago, so in my head they're all still the same age. So running around doing the little Shane and Mac shuffle.
I was surprised back when we might have done it, but just from that clip there, I liked the image of like a 8-year-old Minnie McMahon, just as an 8-year-old, but talking with the Vince voice.
That's what you said.
Play.
That's what you said. Did you not hear it?
I didn't do an impression though, which surprised me.
You did.
I did that.
Oh, did you not? Oh, no, you didn't do an impression of the kid saying something. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised we didn't run with that character.
Well, we can always pick it back up.
I feel the moment's passed.
Never. All right. There's one more clip on that match we'll go into. Again, if you want to see more, go back to the original episode. There's a lot we are keeping in here, even though this is a long one.
Undertaker vs Shane. Good match or bad match?
good. There's no other word
Yeah.
or opinion.
I think it was all right. There's good things about it. You know what? I think maybe I'm just in a bad mood.
I think so. You're shitting on Mania.
Yeah.
You started off by saying Mania was good.
It was really good.
So far, you've been.
Yeah, no, I like this match. It was great.
There you go.
Shane's jump was amazing.
It was incredible.
The fact he opened the cage door with some clippers was funny.
I
Efficient.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
And I
That's
like
good,
him like
though.
Santa Taker, you know. Bring it.
Bring it on, yeah.
Bring it. Bulbs.
Best thing about that feud was the Shane McMahon promo videos.
Okay, so then we go into the next clip.
I agree with me 5 years ago. You do sound like you're in a bad mood, mate.
Yeah, I mean, really, in some ways, it was a success because we clearly thought it was an all right match. It was what it needed to be. It was never going to be the best Cell match or the best Taker match or the best WrestleMania match or maybe even not the best Shane McMahon match. But it did give us that clip of Shane falling, and I think that's probably what they wanted, really.
So we want, innit? He could have just gone out and done that and gone back.
And now he could have the same with Braun in the cage. So we'll see how that goes.
Are they doing a cage match?
Yeah, it's breaking news, Tom. It's a cage match. Yeah.
Oh. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, because like back then, both feuds don't make sense. Is that what you're saying? What? Which one are you whying here, Tom? Because I feel like in 5 years, nothing's changed.
And why are you restricting Shane Mac in a cage? There's only so many times it can jump off a cage.
I don't know, man.
That's so stupid.
Let's get back to 5 years and let's get back to the other versions of these clips. Okay, here's something interesting, Tom, that I mentioned 5 years ago.
The best thing about that feud was the Shane McMahon promo videos.
Very good. Yeah.
Of them practicing MMA, even though Vince likes to think it doesn't exist.
It'll know it exists soon.
He's going to come up with a great idea to do Brawl for All 2.
Right, and we're talking about Vince and Shane, right? You'd say he'll know about it soon because Punk was about to debut in UFC. And I'm saying Oh, I wonder if they call it Brawl for All 2. And they did. Raw Underground. And it was crap.
It was a great 3 weeks.
But I predicted it, mate.
Yeah. What do you want?
Earlier, you got praised for being not
What are you going to do?
over here, but...
Shane McMahon?
Well, maybe. He's got a bit of bob. Right. Okay. Now we're talking a bit more about Baron Corbin. If you remember on the NXT show, we were talking about him leaving NXT, going up to the main roster.
Baron Corbin won. Good.
Happy with that.
I like that.
Gives him something to do.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Pleased for the boy.
I liked on Raw that he posed next to it.
That is what you've got to do,
everyone
isn't it?
does every year. It's like pointing at a WrestleMania sign.
That's
know what
true,
you want?
which people need to cut down on.
Yeah, it's too much now.
Did you hear what you said there?
Just let
Who
them
did that first?
Point at
Something worth researching.
I think it might have been Batista.
Think?
Yeah.
Big Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, never did look it up, but I still think it might have been Batista who pointed at the sign first. You said people need to cut down on that. This year, it had pyro.
Soon the sign will be wrestling.
You'll face the sign at WrestleMania. Or the Rumble. The Rumble won't be about the main event spot. It'll be about getting to point at the sign.
That's all you need.
You'll win the Rumble when you will be allowed to point at the sign. But yeah, so the sign has just become bigger and better.
People trying to stop their arms going up to point at the sign.
Someone chopped their arm off because they don't deserve it. You didn't win the Rumble match. What are you talking about? All right, moving on. Now, this is an interesting thing as well. Now, you've got to remember, this is 5 years ago.
Battle Royal. Shaq Attack turns up.
Oh, yeah, Shaq.
Nice little surprise.
Yeah, 15 years too late, but it was...
Wrestling's just one big
man.
circle.
Right, next podcast, you're
going on. I hate when I listen to a podcast and there's that negative guy.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm being...
you're turning into something right,
man.
next match.
So basically, I said it was 15 years too late for the showdown between him and Big Show.
Now,
and now it might be happening again, seeing as both of them are in and around AEW. So quite interesting, really. But even back then, I felt it was too late. And maybe it will still happen, maybe it won't. But I find it interesting that they've both been prominent recently.
Although, did you watch Shaq's match in AEW?
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was good. So it's a shame we didn't get this then. Give him the title. Okay, right, now we're moving on to the latter stages of the event. Here we go.
Next
Main
match.
event, isn't it?
No, the next match was the one that lasted about 6 seconds.
Oh,
Just check 6 seconds.
Rock.
The least happy I've ever seen the
Here
Rock.
we go.
Uh,
Yeah, because I will say, I had a whole room
did
of
he burn his arm with that flamethrower?
Goosebumps. No, I don't know.
Were they goosebumps?
Uh,
His arm looked...
Well, what I will say is, I was sitting in a room with people,
Yeah.
going, we don't want to see the Rock.
How are we going?
The Rock's it. Yeah, the Rock's it. It's the Rock.
No, I love
Get
The
happy.
Rock. I was happy to see The Rock, but I was like, if he's coming out to give me an attendance figure, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yes, he did, and I'm happy that he did that. But then to strip away like the sexiest stripper I've ever seen.
We're talking about Cesaro on Raw.
He's still doing that. I think that's going to be his gimmick.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
You'd stop wearing the suit. He's wearing an earpiece as well. Like a
Interviewed him
security
about
guard.
that. Check it out, guys.
He looks like a security guard, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock. Glad when we tore off his thing. Clothes.
Yeah, that was quite funny, actually. Yeah.
Wyatt's still gets a reaction from me, despite Bray.
It looked great, didn't it?
It did look great.
Better than last year when they had too much sun.
Yeah. And I think we can all agree that very, very happy to see John Cena back.
Yeah.
Hasn't been seen since.
Yeah, I was really pleased to see Cena. I'm surprised I'm even saying that. Could you imagine 5 years ago I was saying this?
No.
So I just said, could you imagine 5 years ago I said I love basically seeing Cena. 5 years later, Scott, you love it even more. I miss Cena. I flipping miss Cena.
I miss the Doctor.
So yeah. Okay. Bit more.
His theme song more than I've ever liked it. I like his moves more than I've ever liked them.
Yeah, it's because he's got more now.
Yeah, he's got more. He's got that springboard stunner.
I'm not a fan of that. But he's got good moves.
Yeah, brush your mouth like Colgate.
Pin your ass down for that 3 second. Wow.
Yeah, I mean...
Good to see him.
He's never going to be the Dr. Fucking Omics.
But overall, a good WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, it was a good moment. I liked it. It was really good. Crapped all over the Wyatts, but they ain't been much for a while after. Ain't their fault.
Watch Raw this week.
I saw last week's Raw and they did something relevant.
Just watch this week's Raw.
Just tell me, I can't bother.
I'll tell you off mic.
What's the point? No, this ain't a spoiler. Everyone else seen it.
It's really good.
What happened?
Like Bray's pretty much face now.
You remember this?
What?
Him and Roman, exactly. Him and Roman.
Oh, I saw they teamed up.
Yeah, and there's a wicked video going around of Bray pinning. Can't remember who it is. One of the League of Nations. And
one of the nations in the league.
When he's pinning him, like the referee's on 2.
Yeah.
Then Bray's not even looking. I think Sheamus is getting in the ring. Bray just points like that, and then as he points, Roman's there spearing him. It's like Bray directed it without even looking. Like, Matt, it's wicked. You've got to see it.
Okay.
You keep talking, I'll try and find it. But it's wicked.
Well,
it's wicked.
Okay.
And,
so what?
Bray
He's face. What about the rest of them?
It don't matter about the rest of them, does it? It's all about Bray.
Okay.
Bray seems relevant, and I'm bloody happy. And he was trending after Raw for a whole day.
Yeah.
And man.
Right, and a little bit on that.
Oh. Alright, I'm watching. Oh, that was really cool.
It is cool, you see?
He did a point.
Bray controlling things.
That's quite cool.
Watch it.
Yeah. Is that making babyface?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so since then, obviously Bray had more ups and downs. I don't know what were they going with something here? Like, it felt something really different.
I think he got injured soon after that, and then nothing happened.
And then
now he's very down.
Yeah, so the Wyatts just kind of went in circles. It just through their whole, one was injured, one left. Then they would, the Bludgeon Brothers and all that. Obviously, we'd have to mention, Luke Harper, since sadly passed away. But just, man, I know we're not high on them at this moment in time because they're not being used properly, but I love the Wyatts and I miss them. Like, I know it's obviously even sadder now, but I always hope for that reunion. Especially when we got like Bray over, the summer doing the different versions of Bray. I
miss the cult leader.
I miss the guy, yeah. But yeah, and now he's a scary, burnt-up clown. Right. Let's move on to the main event. This is where the show dips for us, Tom, which means if the quality of the show is going down, the quality of the pod is about to rise. Because we don't hold back at times. Right, here we go, main event time.
Match was where it was. Like you say, I was tired.
Yeah, that added. You know what it reminded me of? WrestleMania 25.
Weren't you there for that?
I was there, yeah, and I was bored then. It's one thing we see mainly, like, our mate Daniel, he saw WrestleMania 23, which was the first Mania I watched with you, actually. And I didn't
video about that on this channel, guys. Check it out.
Kennedy winning.
Whatever.
I thought the Mania wasn't that good, but he was like, oh, it was so much because he was there in the environment and stuff. But I couldn't say the same about Randy Orton Triple H. It weren't that good at all, and it was just after one of the best matches of all time.
Which you ain't gonna stop over.
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, #1. But this time round, I think the people in attendance were in a worse place than I was back in 2009 because they were booing so much, and WWE kept messing with the audio.
Yeah, and I think we all knew.
They do that a lot now. Fun to do, baby.
Hoping for maybe a surprise.
Yeah, like that's why I was fine with that. I knew he was going to win this time last year when he lost. So you knew it was inevitable, which is fine. If you're going to do it. But don't make the match last like what felt like half an hour. I'm going to read how long it was now. I think it was half an hour. All right, 27 minutes. Does it really need to be 27? That could have been 14. Seriously, and I would have still thought it was too long, especially because I should have been in bed by now. But it was. I barely paid attention to it.
Yeah, which is a shame. That's not how you want to be.
Yeah, and I love Triple H. I like Roman Reigns. I think he's all right. I don't like what he's. I
like him. I like him as an arrogant.
Yeah, I like him being what
Look at
he
that.
is. He's not.
He's not really paying attention.
Yeah, he's not as relatable.
If I say I like him as a tribal chief,
he's better when he's.
I don't look like Roman Reigns.
A little bit, you do. You do a bit.
Thanks, man.
No, you don't.
I could grab it like that.
And that hairline. Damn! Yeah, but...
Ill thick.
What was the point? Really? Did we need that?
But then, you know, we live in a world of stories, and this is how the story starts. We had to,
You were wrong, mate.
we had to have Roman win.
I don't even remember this match.
Jump now, let's see what happens.
AJ going to beat him?
No.
Of course not.
No. I'll tell you who will.
Who?
My boy Seth when he comes back.
You were right.
Oh,
When is Seth coming back?
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. So, you really think Seth's going to be the one that knocks him out?
Yeah, why not?
Mm.
I've said it.
Okay.
Do it.
So you were right about that. Roman obviously got it back like he always did back in this period. Well, saying that, he's, you know, ain't like he ain't had a belt this year. So, yeah, I think we were bang on. Like, I love Roman Reigns at the moment. And this is exactly what we wanted 5 years ago.
and I don't think Triple H has had a shorter match than 27 minutes since.
That's a good point, yeah. Outside of Mania either, I don't know. I know you had the Saudi ones as well. But, yeah.
I thought this was the Mania where Taker retired. So that was
Nah, we'll get to that next year, I think.
Okay.
I think it's the year after.
Yeah, so I have no recollection of Triple H and Roman even feuding.
Yeah, it was crap. Well, I think this is the year that he won the Rumble, Triple H, which I kind of like the way they did that. Remember Roman went in as champ? Triple H won it off of him.
Okay.
I think is what happened. Obviously, the year before was the Burn It Down, cash in.
My favourite.
Because remember that? They had put themselves into a corner with that, it felt like. Brock and Roman. None of us wanted to see either win. And we were all mind blown when it was Seth, which was so exciting and fresh. And then like I said in this, I just knew back then, next year, we're getting what they wanted to give us. And that was Roman just forced down our throats, just like the moment with the Rock in the Rumble. Forced down our throats. And now, I don't want to say put him in my throat, but give me more!
I wonder if this year is the first Mania since this one we've just spoke about without Brock or Taker on it. Then.
At the moment. You never know, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love
Well,
Roman now. It's strange. But it's
And if
like
anything,
that we mentioned earlier in it, you know. Then I was saying, 5 years ago I couldn't imagine. It's the exact same thing. I couldn't imagine 5 years then saying, I love Cena now. And again, 5 years later, I love Roman, but for a different reason, because they did give up on the face in the company in a babyface scenario anyway. And he's still the face, but he's not a face.
I mean, if anything, he's even more hunky. So
That's true. So he's still at vest off. Whoa.
boy,
Yeah, but been loving him, man. Yeah,
there we go.
Should have done this so long ago.
Let's enjoy it while it's here.
Let's enjoy it while it's here. Probably turn face at Mania. Okay, right. Now we get into the rating. We're going to wrap things up with this show as we wrap it up on the podcast. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe for more content like this and more Rebellious Noise pro wrestling stuff and Talking Beans pro wrestling stuff on this channel as well. Check out Talking Beans for the full episode if you want to listen to that, because there's a lot more we don't dive into on this. So here we go. Here's our rating of WrestleMania 32 5 years ago.
6.5.
Oh, 7.5.
7.5.
I was thinking 7.5.
We didn't do our pound rating back then. If you don't know now, we rate things out of a £10 note. We're just straight up 6.5, 7.5. So you thought it'd be 7.5, did you?
Yeah, I was just thinking in my head, I bet I said 7.5.
I could just tell by my voice it weren't going to be anything higher than, I think,
6.5.
Oh, 7.5.
7.5.
I'm more positive than you.
What was 31 then?
What, last year?
Yeah.
10.
No.
10, mate.
9.4.
Well,
What's 17 then?
I think you need to rewatch 17.
It's the best!
It's not.
It is.
What's...
17's good.
Raven and Kane go through a wall.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And that's the second part of the show.
There's a little bit of filler on 17. There's none on 32.
Name.
Right. No, I ain't got
None on 32?
No. There's
Don't
none.
you 31?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, right. 32 had a lot of
All killer, no filler, innit?
The main event was filler. Oh, man.
Could have just gone home afterwards. I don't want to end this.
Well, sadly, we've ended it just like WrestleMania ended.
Oh no, limp. Zamp. Do you want me to boo you?
Yeah.
Can that be how we go out?
And I'm gonna pretend to pose to Roman Reigns music.
Okay.
Da-da.
Boo!
Da-da. Goodbye, took a beans, you.
Right, so that was it. So obviously, we were really down on Roman winning the title.
And this year, he'll probably get cheered out of the building.
This is exactly it. So recently, when we did the Fastlane predictions, we were talking about on there, I was saying, how can you take Daniel Bryan out of the whole main event picture? Because, like, I don't think Edge is strong enough at the moment to go against Roman as the pure babyface, because fans are going to be so excited. In my opinion, they are going to be excited to ironically cheer Roman Reigns after the incredible work he's done as a heel. And because it's usually the smart fans. So now it's the reverse. Like, they're going to cheer him.
But now it'll be interesting because there won't be any fans from abroad, will there, I presume?
No, but I reckon it'll still be smart fans. Diehards. I don't know. Now, anyway, now casual fans are going to be like, what, is a live event? So maybe not.
Yeah, be interesting. But there we go.
Interesting, the whole thing, I think, to look back on 5 years to see, some of our opinions are the same. Some things completely changed, both for the NXT and the WrestleMania look back, I feel. Certain wrestlers didn't get the climbs to glory that we hoped, and some went further than we ever expected. But, hey, Tom, it's been good looking back. We'll be doing great. WrestleMania this year as well, so check that out. And check out more of our content. Tom, is there anything you want to say before you get out of it? Is there anything else you want to say about you looking back on yourself over 5 years and on the WWE over 5 years?
I feel like I've grown as a person.
I feel like you have.
I feel like.
Or you just hide it more.
I feel like I'm still the positive one.
I'm still realistic. You're right about that, yeah.
I feel like I've always been the optimist in this relationship.
Okay.
That's about it, mate.
Yeah. Okay. And it's just, I mean, you still think you still think it's a 7.5. I still think it's a 6.5. And
no, I think reviewing it, I think 7.5 is too high.
So you do think it weren't that good?
But not by the sounds of what we just spoke about.
It's bad. The first Mania we covered, what all that? I wish we covered 31 because I loved that WrestleMania. Maybe
me too. I've been raving about that.
Yeah, it's a retrospective one, maybe, but
maybe maybe we should.
Yeah, but 32, there was some great moments on it. We got to remember the positives. The start of the women's evolution. Well, the next kind of chapter in that, at least the new women's title at the time. I didn't like Rock's flamethrower, but I liked him with Cena and HBK. Austin and Mick Foley doing their thing as well. So we did get some good things.
Let's focus on them.
Let's focus on the positives. All right, I've been Scott. This has been Tom. We've been the Talking Beans podcast. Looking back on our Talking Beans. I feel like I'm doing the outro that Austin does with the hands over here. I'm gonna talk about.
It's been great, Steve.
Okay, so if you want more, subscribe and check out more of the podcast. Talking Beans on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcasts. And like I said, subscribe to this channel for more RN Pro Wrestling content. Thanks very much for joining us. And
see you at Mania. Hopefully it's better than this one.
Hopefully it's better than 32. Yeah.